I was 3 years old. No, I don't remember exactly what I was, but this would have been in the early 80s.
Yeah, I see a game in 1985.
Late regular season.
December 22nd, Mark was shaken in 1985.
That's probably it. And I was indeed 10 years old. That was probably it.
Barely pre-Rathman, by the way. So Tom wasn't there to have your back.
Not yet. If Tom had been there, forget about it.
Thank you.
That Cowboy fan never would have said anything to me.
Hello.
But it set me up to hate the Cowboys for life, and here we are. And speaking of here we are now able to connect with Tom Rathman, 49er great, joining us on Willard and Dibs on 95.7 The Game. It's an honor to have you, sir. How are you?
Hey, I just hearing your story there, my wife feels the same way.
Right? I mean, how about that? Hatred of the Cowboys. How does that get built? And what's your wife's story?
She got hazed in, I want to say it was Levi Stadium. They had this, the cowboy that has the cowboy hat, the big cowboy hat and the vest that sits in the stands. He was sitting behind her and was just hazing her, and she couldn't get over that. So he's a hater now.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't blame her. We all have our origins of hate for the Cowboys. Mark with a foam finger. Mine goes back to the mid to early 80s. But now here we are, Tom, and it's a rivalry again. The Cowboys come in with high hopes. Niners undefeated. How do you see this matchup in terms of the rivalry and just how much viscous there is on this bone?
Well, I just think that both teams are really good. So I think the team that doesn't beat themselves is probably going to win the football game because they're very talented teams. Both offensive, defensively, and special teams. So all three phases are pretty good by both teams, and it's going to be fun to watch.
Tom, especially because not just as a great player, but because you had a long coaching career after that, I want to ask you your thought on how coaching affects young players, and specifically because there's so many people saying that Brock Purdy is a product of Kyle Shanahan. What is your perspective on that?
I think coaching is huge. I mean, you can have a huge impact in the development of a young player coming in, and not only a young player, but older players, to get them doing things that they didn't do when they first started, things that will benefit them. And I just think it's huge that the team, the players buy in to who's coaching them, not only positionally, but obviously the coordinators and the head coaches, all that. I think that's huge for the players.
Niners coach does it a little bit old school, using the fullback, and they got a number 44. You wore 44, and Kyle Juszczyk does a lot of the same things that you did in terms of being able to catch it, run it, and also in the blocking game. How much do you admire what Kyle does, and also just the way Shanahan goes about running this offense?
Well, I think it's pretty dynamic, and they've got all the pieces in place, to have a winning operation, and not only a winning operation, but one of the best, in a long time. I don't really see too many defenses out there right now that are going to shut down the 49ers. Like I said earlier, I think if anybody's going to shut them down, it's going to be themselves by making mistakes. And hopefully, they're coached well enough, and I know they are, because it's been shown on film over and over that the players are going to, do the right thing.
Two-time Super Bowl champion Tom Rathman with us here on Willard and Dibs 95.7 The Game. Mm-hmm. That's interesting when you talk about this 49er offense. So even this Dallas defense, you think if the 49ers avoid mistakes, are they unstoppable? How would you phrase it?
Yeah, if they don't beat themselves. I mean, that's going to be a big test because they've got really good players over there on Dallas's defense. One of the best players in the league, Michael Parsons, and he's going to have to keep him under control. But I mean, there's 10 other players, out there on the field at the same time, and they're well balanced, and they play good defense.
How much confidence can they have in Brock Purdy? I mean, you played alongside Joe and Steve, and it felt like your offense was at times unstoppable. Do you think this Niner offense, playing with Brock Purdy, a guy who's never lost, is starting to reach levels of confidence that no other team can even match on the defensive side?
Well, I don't think there's any question about that. As long as they keep improving, I think they're going in that direction. So, but here I want to hit you guys with one thing here. We've got this Golden Heart Fund run that we're going to run on the 14th of October. Can I just give a shout out?
Oh no, we were gonna lead you there, Tom. There's no question.
Okay.
Yeah, Jesse came on yesterday, and we're very excited about it.
Yeah, and so if you want to sign up for it, it's goldenheartfund.org. That's how we're going to get everybody together. And really, what it is you're running the stadium. It's a 4.9K, which is 3 miles. You can walk it, you can run it, and what it is you going through, maneuvering through the stadium. So you'll see spots places that you've never seen before. So I think I recommend it to everybody to go out and try to sign up for this and make it a real successful event. And the little kids also, we want to get them involved because it's all about working out and staying healthy. They run a .49, and they're running around the football field. So that must be about 3 laps that they can either walk or they can run. So, but I think it's great. You're going to see Jesse Sapolo. He's going to be the race starter, 4-time Super Bowl champ. You'll see other 49ers there, alumni. And that's really who this fund is for. It's for, alumni, people that are trying to navigate through life that's having a tough time, whether it be medically, mentally, or financially. They reach out to this Golden Heart Fund, and this fund, analyzes it, and they figure out what direction they need to go to get these former players back on their feet so they're not struggling. So I think it's a great opportunity to give back to the players that everybody has watched over the years. And it'll be a great event.
Yeah, no, great cause for sure. All proceeds benefiting former 49ers players facing a range of challenges with their post-football lives. Tom, that website one more time where people can go to sign up?
Well, it's www.goldenheartfund.org.
goldenheartfund.org. Absolutely think it's going to be a phenomenal event next weekend, October 14th. So yeah, we'll send everybody your way. Tom, would love your thoughts on this though as well. How is playing the Cowboys different?
How is playing the Cowboys different? I don't think it's different at all. I mean, you approach every game the same. Now, some games are bigger than the other, depending on who your opponent is, because that you're going to have, a tough match. But, as your approach to the game, I don't think there's any approach that is different than any other game. So, but I think you get up a little bit more for these games that are Sunday night, Monday night games.
Yep.
When you're talking about 2 really good football teams, 2 of the top teams in the league, it doesn't get any better than that.
1993, Tom, it was a year where you ended up going up against the Dallas Cowboys and didn't go your way. Is that one that sticks in your craw? Because I know a lot of Niner fans remember those 90s games against Dallas, and that's partly why the rivalry is so fueled.
Yeah, I believe it was both 92 and 93.
Yeah.
They beat us in the championship game and went on to win the Super Bowl. So, I mean, that was, to get that far and not be able to win that football game to get into the Super Bowl, that's tough, That's a tough game to win, though. I mean, you got 2 really good teams usually that are playing, and we just didn't get it done back in 92 and 93. So, it would have been great, but just didn't happen. Things didn't go our way.
Tom, great to catch up with you. Not only thanks for coming on, but for your words and your work next week. goldenheartfund.org. We hope it's a wonderful success.
Yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning, so get your sleep.
Nice.
Yeah.
And also, tomorrow's your birthday, Tom. You got any plans for the big day?
I'm going to give everybody bed checks.
Nice, nice. Happy birthday, Tom.
Running the race.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm going to be 61. How about that?
How about that?
What are you doing tomorrow night, Tom?
I don't think anything. We're celebrating, I think, Sunday night.
Okay.
Sunday night game. Got a pool table out in my garage, and got the family coming over, shoot a little pool, watch a little football, and, eat a little cake.
Sounds good,
That's
Tom.
so great.
I love it.
So
Love it.
great.
Tom, thanks so much.
Okay, man. Anytime, guys. I appreciate you guys.
Thanks,
All right,
Tom.
there he goes. Tom Rathman here on Willard and Dibs, turning 61 tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's not possible.